Hello, hello, Pete's Packs here with our first Dominaria Remastered Collector's Boosters. Now, I have seen some really amazing pulls at my LGS from some of the other customers that have just pulled crazy stuff, like a double Force of Will pack. That was nuts. Um, Congrats, Jason, by the way, for pulling that. And quite a few other really cool pulls. Um, so let's see if we get anything really awesome. Also, something that was a little strange with Dominaria Remastered, so they didn't do a buy box promo. Um, which, I mean, that's kind of crappy. You know, these boxes, like, these were $300, I think. How much were collector boxes? Yeah, collector boxes were $300, and the regular boxes were 200. And Wizards didn't think to put out a friggin' buy a box promo? Come on, guys. What are you doing? Oh, all right. Well, at least they're 12 booster collector boxes instead of Double Masters 4. So we got 1 through 6, 7 through 12. Let's see what we get. All right. These packs are a little thicker because they're foiled, so they can be a little difficult to open. So getting things started, we have a zombie token that's foil, which is pretty cool. And a retro frame Chainer Dementia Master in foil. Looks really nice. So, Chainer. Oh man. Chainer. That's our first Chainer. Then we have Hunting Grounds. A good old Threshold throwback. Hunting Grounds. Hunting Grounds. There it is. Gamble. Nice. Gamble, of course, being one of the best red tutors ever printed. We got a foil Zur the Enchanter. Zur, where are you, Zur? Who is still one of the best commanders ever printed. A foil retro frame Factor Fiction with Joyra on it. Factor Fiction is not going to be on the list. A retro border Tiana, ship's caretaker. And then we have a Faaja Seer. A foil retro framed Swamp. Very nice. I have noticed there are a significant number of misprints in this set. In the one draft I did, I saw 6 misprints. I ended up with 5 of them in my draft pool. We have a foil Griffin guide. Ooh, foil Snap. Oh, I'm happy about that. Oh, I use Snap in my Pauper decks. I'm getting a foil one is friggin' awesome. Foil Momentary Blank. Nice. Foil Pacifism, meh, got a million pacifisms. And then we have Avarax as a foil. And a foil Goblin Matron. Nice. I will say I do prefer the old Tudor art for the Goblin Matron. Um, the original art for Goblin Matron, basically. It reminds me of a tutor I used to have way back in elementary school. It was very strict, very mean, but you know, she was basically the Goblin Matron. Alright, let's see what we get in pack number 2. That first pack was an absolute banger. Alright, starting things off, we have a foil insect token. Apparently there's a token on the back of it. Hey, and a foil Marriott Lage. Nice. Now, foil Marriott Lage tokens traditionally have been very expensive. The Cold Snap promo at one point was up over $50. I don't know if that's still the case, but I have the habit of, at the very least, sleeving those. Let's see, we have Vexing Sphinx, which is a lot of fun back in Cold Snap. It's nice to see it in a retro frame. I don't know if it'll ever see play again, but I have fond memories of this card. That is our first Vexing Sphinx. We have Windborn Muse. Very nice. That was from Legions originally, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Windborn Muse. It's our first one. Mystical Tutor. Nice. That is our first Mystical Tutor. I'm happy about that. A foil Mazavith. Holy crap. A Retro Border White Mane Lion. My pauper decks are going to be happy about that. A Retro Frame New Art Counterspell. Very cool. Draw News Crusade, which was originally from Planescape, if I remember correctly, and is now downshifted to an uncommon, which is unusual. Foil Mountain, if I remember correctly, this one was either from Onslaught or Odyssey originally. This art, it's one of the John Avon arts. A foil Turnabout, very nice. I don't think, yeah, Turnabout originally was never available in foil. It probably has had a foil printing since then. I don't remember. Foil Assault and Battery. Foil Wretched Anorid. Foil Ridgetop Raptor. Ooh, foil Mog War Marshal. This was originally from Time Spiral and has seen play in a number of decks a number of Goblin token strategies, such as Dirty Kitty, which was the Fecundity combo, with Goblin Prospector, And it also sees quite a bit of play in Muldrotha decks. Very cool. And then we have Faadia Seer. And then we have a foil Empty the Warrens. Nice. Which was also played in Dirty Kitty. A lot of really nice foil pickups for Pauper and um, some of my other decks. Not that I was looking to foil them out anyway, but I'm excited about the foil snaps. That might bring down the cost of the original foil snaps, especially if they print those in Retro Border. Like, if they print those in Retro Border, I will totally snap up some foils. This is pack number 3. So far, we have been pulling heat. I have an elephant token. That is also a Marriott Lage. Oh, I have a feeling that foil Marriott Lage tokens are gonna, like, really go down in price. And I am here for it. And then we have Pashalik Mons, which is from Modern Masters, if I remember correctly. Let's see, Pashalik Mons. That is our first Pashalik Mons. We have Entomb in Borderless. Oh, that is cool. Looks like he's like they're getting sucked down into like a tar pit or something. Entomb. Of course, the classic Reanimator tutor. Then we get a retro frame Birds of Paradise with the original Mark Pool art. Very nice. All right, Birds of Paradise. That's our first one of those. We have a foil Grim Lavamancer. Very nice. I was trying to remember if Grim Lavamancer was originally Odyssey or I think it was Odyssey. It saw so much play back in the day. Speaking of which, we have Flametongue Kavu. New art and a borderless foil. Very nice. We have Peregrine Drake. Using quite a few infinite mana combos. White Mane Lion. This, I'm almost certain, was from Onslaught originally. Then we have Sarah Angel. Battle Screech. Hell yeah. Foil Battle Screech. Got to see a ton of play in Pauper. A foil Slippery Karst. Or Karst, rather. A Thermal Moraine. Which is just kind of a strictly worse, well, I mean, not strictly worse, it is better in a couple situations, but it's just a worse, Evolving Wilds most of the time. We have Polluted Mire. We have Croson Restorer. Used to see a fair bit of play. And Drifting Meadow. Looks like we got a ton of cycling lands there. The 2-mana Urza Saga cycling lands. In new frames. Which, unfortunately, I don't think this brings anything into Modern. I could be wrong with that. But this does add quite a few cards into circulation for Legacy and Vintage, which I am very happy about because the price for Legacy is absolutely outrageous. It's been outrageous for a long time, but especially so since the pandemic and all the crypto buy-ups and everything else from the last couple of years. All right, pack 4. So we have an insect, bird token. We get a foil World Gorger Dragon. Nice. World Gorger Dragon, of course, having multiple uh, infinite mana combos, infinite draw combos, using things like Animate Dead. So much so that it is banned in Legacy, if I remember correctly. Then we've got a borderless Wrath of God. Now, I am old enough to remember when Wrath of God was in every standard set, and then it wasn't, and it was not great. Then we have a Wrath of God has always been fantastic. I mean, it was not great that they took it out of standard sets. I definitely miss Wrath of God on a regular basis. Yeah, things like cards like Depopulate don't quite do enough. So then we have a Retro Border Zur the Enchanter. That is our second Zur. It is nice to see him in a proper Magic frame. Then we have Triskelion, old classic. Let's see, Triskelion, that's our first one. We have Wild Growth in a foil retro frame. That is just gorgeous. It's not going to replace my beta ones, but very pretty. A retro border turnabout, which is to say a normal looking turnabout. Then another Mog War Marshal. Nice to see it in a retro frame. Oh, was this one of the Portal lands? Or is this one of the Odyssey ones? I don't remember. It's a very pretty swamp, though. Tatiova, Benthic Druid, foil, Dodecapod foil. Used to be pretty great tech against discard strats. Spark Spray. Urborg Siphon Mage. Renewed Faith with a gorgeous new art. Oh, man. And then we have Iker Slick. Which is just a very strange card to me. We have Hermetic Study, which has a ton of combo potential. Especially with Horseshoe Crab, which is also in the set. All right. Now we're on to pack number 5. All right, we have an Elephant Construct token. That Construct token is nice. Then we have a foil Retro Border Zur the Enchanter. But it does appear to have a bit of a misprint there. This is our third Zur. This is a foil retro frame. So we've got a foil regular one, a regular retro frame, and a foil retro frame so far. We got a Borderless Absorb. It's our first absorb. Nantuko Shade. Oh man, this takes me back to playing Dead Guy Ale back in the mid 2000s. One of my favorite archetypes was Dead Guy Ale. Nantuko Shade. We get a sneak attack and foil. Holy crap, that's pretty. Sneak attack. We have Tiana, ship's caretaker, and a retro foil. Borderless Flame Tongue Kavu. Oven Eyes. And a retro frame. Another onslaught plane, or another onslaught land, and foil. Chainer's Edict. Nice. Now this is pauper legal, even though it is an uncommon in this set, because it has been printed at a common level in Magic Online. We have Dromar's Cavern and a foil. Undying Rage. Lightning Reflexes. Nightscape Familiar. Nice. You know, this, along with the white familiar and the blue familiar, do see quite a bit of play in Pauper as well. We have Cackling Fiend. Cleric of the Forward Order. All right. Been getting some fantastic packs so far. No Force of Will yet, but we did pull a Mystical Tutor and a Sneak Attack. We pulled 3 Zers. Zer, from my understanding, really needed a reprint too. This is pack 6. Really goofy looking. Goblin. He is. He looks both angry and surprised at the same time. It's like. A cat on the back. We get a foil borderless absorb, and that is pretty. That's absorb number 2. Man, look at that. Okay, borderless Birds of Paradise. That's our second Birds of Paradise. Very pretty. I don't like it quite as much as the Mark Poole art, but very pretty. Then we get Siege Gang Commander. This is our first Siege Gang Commander. Not the original art, but you know. Ooh, and a foil Entomb. Oh, original art too. Very nice. Well, no, that's not the original art. That's the second art. Entomb number 2, very nice. Foil Goblin Matron and a retro frame. I like that. Gerard's Verdict. Not really sure why that needed a retro frame, but you know. Wild Growth, very nice. Mountain, I believe that's Onslaught also. Voice of All. Order in Chaos. Stonewood Invoker. Terror. That is a very interesting, man, that is a horrifying art. muscles jumping out of his skin and then bones jumping out of his muscles, and they're all eating feet. Man, that's weird. Kind of like it, but it's weird. Phyrexian Rager, oddly enough, playable in standard right now. Penumbra Bobcat and Impulse, which is also playable in standard. Yeah, that is a pretty foil Impulse. All right. All right, now we're to pack number 7. Let's see what we get here. We have an Elephant token, which is also a cat token. Then we get a foil borderless Chainer Dementia Master. Let's see, that is our second Chainer. A borderless World Gorger Dragon. Very cool. That is our second World Gorger. Arcades Sabbath. In the correct frame. Let's see, that is our first Arcades. Then we have Sulcanar, the Swamp King, and a foil. That is our first Sulcanar. Remember him from, pretty sure it was Legends, might have been the Dark. I have quite a few of them. Then you get a foil retro frame Terror. I should say foil correct frame Terror. Spirit Link. Elvish Spirit Guides in this set? Oh, that is exciting. A foil Swamp. Foil Tormod's Crypt. Very nice. Necro Savant. And then we have a foil Whitemane Lion. Orum's Thunder. Savannah Lions. Oh, how you have fallen. So Savannah Lions used to be a rare. Then it became an uncommon. Now it is a common. This used to be Pinnacle Aggression back in Alpha. But it has... Oh, it has fallen. Then Horseshoe Crab. Great combo potential. It untaps itself for a blue. And good old Oromancer. Alright. Let's see, this is pack number 8. And these packs are so much fun. All of these cards hold, well, almost all of these cards hold lots of really great memories for me. A Goblin, Elemental token, and a foil correct frame Entomb. That is Entomb number 3. Then we have a Test of Endurance. Why is Test of Endurance a mythic? Why? Why? That's just so unnecessary. Test of Endurance. That is our first Test of Endurance. Then we have Urza's Blueprints. Oh, that is really pretty art. For a really crappy card. There's so many better tap draw card cards now. Urza's Blueprints. That is our first one, thankfully. Then we have a foil Umbilicus. Let's see. That is our first Umbilicus. Ooh, that's pretty. good old recoil. This was, I think this was Odyssey too. Good old bounce discard. Another beautiful impulse. Goblin Matron. Foil Swamp. And I don't recognize that art for some reason. Wax and Wane. Ovinomancer. Then we have Wormfang Drake. Remote Island and foil. Remedy. Even Fisher. And Grape. Ooh, foil Grape Shot. That might replace my non-foil Grape Shot. You know, if I could get an original art retro frame Grape Shot, that would be nice. I don't think those exist. I could be wrong, but I know the original art. When I know the original Grape Shot when it was printed was in a modern border. It was in the 2003 border. But that's what I currently have in my Storm deck, and I would love to be able to replace that with a retro border. Let's see, oh, that is a great cat token. Oh, I love that. I don't know why I love that so much, but I love that. It's just like two eyes coming out of the darkness. That is so cool. We have Glory. Good old Graveyard Synergy. Glory. That's our first Glory. Then we have Denizen of the Deep. Which unfortunately bounces your whole board, but it does really cool stuff. By really cool stuff, I mean it is an 11/11 for 8 mana. And it bounces all your stuff. So, you of course use it with ETB strats. Woodland Cemetery in a retro border. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. I might have to replace my my playset with one of these. Woodland Cemetery. Opposition in a modern frame. Womp womp. Modern frame. Opposition number 1. Then we have Lull. That's very pretty. Spiritmonger. Oh, how you have fallen. Another card, another rare downshifted to an uncommon. Nice retro frame ornithopter, or correct frame ornithopter rather. Really pretty foil island. Factor Fiction. Faceless Butcher. And a foil. Vigilant Century. Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Kiljoran Gargoyle. Goblin Medics. And Howl from Beyond. Now, a friend of mine and who is one of the owners of our local LGS has a horror story about being sent, I guess like 6,000 Howl from Beyonds in a lot of Ice Age that he had bought, which is just so wrong. It's a card that's never been worth a whole lot, but he got burned so bad on that. He's still upset about it, like 20 some years later. Insect and Griffin token. Another Denizen of the Deep. Now with the appropriate art and the appropriate frame. That is our second Denizen. Another Siege Gang Commander. That is Siege Gang number 2. Another Hunting Grounds. Now with the retro frame. Hunting Grounds. That is Hunting Grounds number 2. And a Jester's Cap. One of my favorite cards out of Ice Age. That's our first Jester's Cap. A foil correct border Juggernaut. Very nice. Wild Dogs. Which is always kind of an interesting thing. Recoil. Foil Plains. Squirrel Nest. Make all the squirrels. Dragon Blood. Werebear. He exercises the right to bear arms. One of the best flavor texts out of any Magic card. Foil Ornithopter. Break Asunder. Very nice. And a foil Frantic Search. Now, if this had the original art, I would be jumping for joy, but it doesn't. But that's fine. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that Frantic Search is legal in any format other than Vintage. I think Vintage is the only format that's even legal in, but you know. Good pack. Alright, pack 11. Right, we have a zombie token. There's also a cat token. We have another Denizen of the Deep. That makes 3 for us now. Arborea. I forgot about this card entirely for a moment. Arborea. Great card to defend for Drago. Mystic Remora. Oh man, that takes me back. Mystic Remora. I have so many of the original printings of these. Mystic Remora. And then a foil Worldly Tutor. So many things you can do with Worldly Tutor. So far the only tutors that we haven't gotten is we haven't gotten an Enlightened Tutor and we haven't gotten a Vampiric Tutor yet. We've gotten Mystical, we've got Worldly, and we got Gamble. Dragon Whelp. If humans didn't want to be eaten, they wouldn't be made of meat and treasure. Or why are they made of meat and treasure? Terror. Savannah Lions. Oh, it makes me so sad to see Savannah Lions as a common. Mountain. Confiscate. Mine. Yoink. Pain and Suffering. Cicada Lancer. Very nice. Lull. Satan's Desire. Elvish Aberration. Hyalopterus lemur. Now, not really sure why. Oh, I bet it's lemur instead of lemur. Yeah, lemur doesn't have an E at the end, does it? It's lemur. Should be a type of spirit, if I remember correctly. Norin the Wary. Oh, that's funny. All right, and then pack 12. Let's see what we get. We got a foil goblin token and a merit. We've pulled 3 merit leech tokens. I don't think these are going to continue to be very valuable if this is how things are going. But that is okay. I am very okay with that. Foil correct border Triskelion. That is Triskelion number 2. Then we have Chainer Dementia Master and Borderless. That is Chainer number 3. A Sulphur Falls. Nice. That is number 1. And then a foil Woodland Cemetery, which is Woodland Cemetery number 2. Then we have Adya Seer, Flame Tongue Kavu in the correct border, Mindstone in the correct border, a foil Beta Art Island, the original Mark Pool art. I believe it's Island A? Island A or B. Just can't remember if that's my favorite island or my second favorite island. My brain is not working very well right this moment. We have Life and Death, Dragon Whelp, Sunclasp, Oven Eyes, Mindstone number 2, Goblin Turncoat, and Glintwing Invoker. We are off to a great start. No Force of Will, unfortunately, but we did get several tutors and some cool retro border Betty lands. So that's really awesome. But as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and leave in the comments if you've gotten this far. How many Marriott Lage tokens we've pulled in this video? Was it 3 or was it 4? Because I honestly don't remember. So, but yeah, leave a comment with 3 or 4, so I know you made it this far in the video. Right. As always, thanks for joining me on this adventure. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.